Oilvers knows how to empty the wallets and much more on the last banner before NATLAN. It's less than a week before Emilie and YELAN arrive, not just two waifus, but two pretty powerful characters. I'll at the expense of Emilie coming out and we can confirm the potential she can have. But she looks really good before. And we also have the gun banner, and above all, as I say in this video, the 4 stars, which I think that's what makes many of you end up deciding on the banners if it toss or not toss, even if it's wrong. Subscribe, leave a good comment for algorithm, help the channel to be recommended. We'll be able to show each other a lot more, expose each other and grow up. Thank you for all the support. Thanks to the channel team. Thanks for enjoying the content of the videos, and we're going with Emilie's 4 stars. Well, we start with the 4-star characters. They're Razor. Today is not very important. It is a carry of the first of the game that came out on 1 and that literally only has. To this day, a rather powerful team like carry from inside, besides, now I explain. Because as a physical carry, or is well below Freminate, it really is the physical 4 stars carry, and of course below. And also, for many, and the oldest, it was the first icon of the channel. Razor was the channel's first favorite character, and my first full star Abyss. I spent it with Razor and Klee on the other. Team back at 1.1, 1.2, very old. In my time, diluting gold. But the team on the only one that can be played today, Razor, is a Thunder Fury called, which is to play Benji Cheeks to imbue from Pyro to Razor, a Nahida to apply perfectly, and give a Master's Foe to Razor. A Xingqiu, and is only Xingqiu the character that can be played on this team for various reasons, and a Razor in field that make a double crackle reaction plus Hyperloom because you play triple mastery with lots of recharge. In addition, it is Razor's only currently running team. It does depend a lot on a perfect rotation like the teams that are dependent on the inside of Nahida that causes the abysses with waves to be slightly damaged and have many problems. This recharging equipment since Xingqiu cost 80, Razor cost 80, and the generation only takes care of practically only Xingqiu. Zorazar to this day is not that it is worth much. Still, some person has very high esteem and affection. Zorazar isn't a very worthwhile character. Xiangling, one of the top 10 characters in the game, also being 4 stars. One of the 4 best 4 stars in everything. Genshin Impact, Day. Xiangling is worth it for the new ones, and for those who do not yet have C4. You notice all your damage very much. You lose almost 50% of the total damage of your rotation, whether or not it is C4. The C4, remember that she has 20 seconds of cooldown in the ulti 10 of use. But with the C4, you pass to 14 seconds of use and 20. Plus the second in which you only have no ulti in the field, about 4 seconds. Average that is much more comfortable, fluid, and contributes much more to the damage. Xiangling's GX for anyone who wants to hurry, gives you 15% of good pyro year to Xiangling herself, and all the characters that are under the effect of the pyronate. It's very useful, and it's for monopyros, mainly for a Klee, carry with Bennett, Xianglin, Furina, an Nemo or something, a monopyro Lini, a monopyro Dia. That's it. Xiangling is very important, and I think you all know that it is one of the best sub-DTs of the game, and being 4 stars. And finally, Yanfei. Here's a wink and a mention of Kaitaro that you already know, which is the Yanfei of the Twitter community, and basically Yanfei today is a carry pyro. Yanfei like 4 stars if he has quite high potential like carry pyro. Honestly, the problem he has is that there is 85 billion carries pyro.ry. As carry pyro 4 stars already exists, gaming that practically doubles Yanfei's damage. There's Alekino. There is Hutao that is below Alekino in gaming, but is the favorite of the community. Has a lot of fans, a lot of people who are basically just Hutao simps. So in the end, Yanfei looks like after. Of the rest of 5 stars like Klee, like Lini, who with C2, have a brutal potential, or even the team of Dialect Descending, with Jiangyuan who has greatly improved. Well, Yanfei, even though he's a very good 4-star carry, gets like 6th or 7th best pyro carry of the whole game, with which it's good. It's pretty good in fact, but it has a lot of characters ahead of it that do the same function. Emilie from YELAN doesn't talk because she already talked in other videos, but you know that YELAN is also one of the best sub-DTAs of the game and enters the category Masked Pull as one of the 4 or 5 best 5 stars of Genshin Impact. I really recommend her over all her cone, and her gun is the tallest roof she can have. And Emilie has a lot of potential, as I've explained in other videos, and I would recommend if you would like me to tell you my opinion of Emilie until it comes out that there will be. First impressions, go watch Emilie's video, that's gonna be around here, that's basically because an Emilie is definitely masked. Pull and explain what reasons maybe yes, what happens, and what maybe not if when it comes out it does right or wrong. The thing is that today I think it does have a lot of potential, and we'll confirm it when it comes out as the second best of the second best. And I play the game after Nahida. And the gun banner to finish, we have the Aqua Simulacra. You all know it's the best bow in the game, and that's how it is. 88 critical damage, 542 of base attack, and the passive one gives the character carrying the weapon 16 of life percentage and 20% of damage inflicted. Any arch character benefits less from the life of 20% damage inflicted. 88 of base attack, critical damage. It is the best arc of the game and serves all characters. It is the second, third, and in some cases first best choice of a lot of characters throughout the game. Genshin Impact. Besides it's an arc, which doesn't happen with 5-star weapons, versatile. You can put it to any archer practically. What happens? That in the end, a weapon is a weapon. Emilie's gun, base attack, 608. 33 of probability. We don't have any spears with these stats, but we do have other weapons like the Bow of Tartaglia. Like the Lost Prayer of the Sacred Winds of Permanent that these stats have, passive gives you 15% more attack. That is, you notice it's a weapon that gives us, it's for a kind of sub-DPS. Now I explain the rest of the passives, but in general it gives us high base attack probability. For it might be like the Hawk of Jade that you may understand me as a spear. But then the passive one gives you 18% of the harm inflicted. If any enemy is affected by burn, and it's 2 stacks, so you can get 36% damage inflicted. It's too close for Emilie or some other pitching point character to play on some burn team. Like a Xiangling, if you want to play a Ryodzly, Nahida, Xiangling Bennett making a burning Ryodzly. I mean, Ryodzly of reverse burns on burn. And maybe some crew in NATLAN using Xiangling to generate burns, for example for Mualani to vaporize, or perhaps it can also compel. But they are speculations. The gun at the end is for Emilie, and it's to play in a character sub-DPS that is burn and says when you activate the 2 loads. 18% damage inflicted with the subject of burns will regenerate energy to the character. I mean, it's literally a very closed weapon for Emilie right now. This weapon has nothing else. It explains to you at the end of the passive that all these passives can be activated outside the field aside. Zub DPS, also for some burn truck or something, but we still don't have a burn truck and maybe a NATLAN. So, here you start as always with him. It's not so important the gun banner, and with him you take care that. The stars are the flute. It's useless. The Rabunda star, that is a weapon that gives us is 4 stars. Gives us mastery of substat, and the passive buffer, the attack. A lot of people say that this gun may not be bad like Sucrose to Bubble in Nahida to Buffer, but the reality is that today in Sucrose and in Nahida sacrifice is used, and gives you more mastery, which is what Nahida needs, and for basic prescription, Sucrose that makes you have more energy in itself, and the rest of the team that is what you need. So today, the Raffle Star has not triumphed, is a weapon of these exclusives just like the Exifos or the Aquamarine, which is the same as the Exifos but in controllable and reality. Is that it is not used. It is a weapon that gives mastery, but it is below the sacrifice that is a weapon of 4 stars. It comes out at any moment on any banner. Then we have the Bow of Favonius, which in fact is an arc. The Bow of Favonius that suits Yelan's very well 0 is his best weapon to Yelan's 0. The Spear of Favonius that has much use today is very useful, and the Commandable Aquamarine that is a controllable that also weak. He gives us mastery if I don't remember. He gives us mastery. I don't remember now. I think it's mastery that gives us. It gives us mastery and passive. I think it also makes the issue of bubbling the team's attack. I think the substat is mastery and I'm getting confused and maybe recharge or something, but the thing is, it's another controllable one. That has not really succeeded. There is no best in slot. There is not a character that makes the most of it, and I think that if in the end, the editors will be signing me and you in the chat, if in the end this weapon gives mastery because I don't remember, okay. And right now, like 200 and a peak of 4 stars, most of them I do, but this one I don't remember. I'm sorry, I think the real problem with this weapon is that there are already weapons, even the Floriolate Fjord free-to-play that gives more mastery in total, that is 200 for mandible characters who use the mastery, and there is a weapon even of 3 stars, which is the bloody 3-star sword that also gives a masquerade apart from the rain slasher. The Rain Shaker that is also a 4-star weapon from any banner at any time that gives us mastery. So in the end, the 4 stars of the gun banner aren't very good, and the final hook is the Aqua Simulacra. So little more, these are the 4 stars on the Emilie and YELAN banner. I'm really looking forward to it being Tuesday for Emilie to come out and bring you the first impressions. Take out the character, try it, see the guys, see how he can replace Nahida, and how well it works for us in teams. I want to try out the new burn equipment with Emilie like this. That attentive to the directs, the link here below the description that I have already finished this little break that I had for that you've stayed until the end of the video. So we're back with the streams and we're going to start and prepare an extendable. Incredible for NATLAN to enjoy the whole version because the truth looks pretty good and little more. See you later.